think, you know, when the manager speaks forever, and I kind of sit here and say exactly the same words, really. It's a club I've been at since the age of 14 and been nowhere else. So clearly I want to stay here for the rest of my footballing days. After that, I certainly hope so as well. At the minute, we're in talks and ongoing. We've had big games around us, so we haven't spoken for a few weeks, but I'm hoping it gets done. But as the manager said, it's down to the club. They know I want to stay. I've made that very clear to them, and hopefully things can be wrapped up before the end of the season.
Do you feel you can go on for X amount of years?
I certainly hope so. Kind of a lot of people within football kind of ruled me out of it. Kind of last year saying I wouldn't kind of be here for much longer. That's enough to spur you on and fight for the club you've been at and fight in competitions. And that's what I aim to do for the rest of my playing days, whether that be a year, 2 years, 3 years. I certainly feel as I've got something to give next year. And then beyond that, you know, we don't know, but I'm certainly hope so.
Can you explain what that means to you, but also how desperate you are to win it for the first time playing in the final?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, it's obviously very clear. It meant an awful lot to me that night, playing or not playing. I felt as though I contributed, and so did many other players who didn't play and didn't get as much stick as me at the time as well. But that's a different story. But listen, I kind of, you know, throughout that campaign, I kind of had surgery on my knee before the Napoli game, come back, you know, really quickly, scored a goal and played a big part in that. And, you know, I understand what Roy Keane's saying, where on the day you don't feel part of it, but when you look back, you certainly had a big part to play in the dressing room and on the field as well.
It's been a much better campaign. What's been the difference for you?
I played games.
Yeah, but in terms of form as well.
It's, you know, I kind of didn't get the opportunities last year. When I come in, I played well, scored goals. You know, as a player, it's kind of frustrating because when you don't get a run of games, and it kind of, you know, when you look at the likes of Ash and even Callas, who come in the other day, kind of out the team for so long, come in and sustain their fitness and maintain it is phenomenal for me, for them not to do it. So that was important for me last year, but you know, the manager played a big part in that pre-season. We spoke over the summer once his deal was done. You know what he's like, he's very honest. He lets you know straight, if you're not good enough, you won't play. If you're playing well and you're in the team, you'll keep your place, and it's as simple as that. And you know, when you kind of look at after we beat Man United, I got man of the match this season, and kind of got left out of the Munich game and felt a little bit puzzled by it. But he told me straight that, you know, the other guys deserve to play because they played the Champions League final. And as a player, all you can ask from your manager is honesty, and when he gives you it, you know, you can't sulk. You have to get on with it, and you kind of dust yourself down and fight for your place again the next week. And that's what he does, not only with myself, but the whole squad. So the manager has played a massive part this year for me.